What does getting rich and self-improvement have in common? Something I've noticed, and I'm sure you've noticed it too, is that many of the decisions you make in the pursuit of financial success also apply to self-improvement. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich has several insights that I find eerily similar to bettering yourself in other aspects, whether it be mentally, habitually, spiritually, physically. The book's underlying concept is that success in any endeavor is directly related to one's thinking. Simply put, your mind is one thing that can either stop you or propel you towards your dream of becoming rich. This is something I've absolutely noticed in my life, and how I was able to go from a $200 net worth to a $100,000 net worth in 1 year. That said, in today's video, I'll share 5 lessons on becoming financially successful that I picked up from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And these will certainly help you on your self-improvement journey as well. Alright, so lesson 1 from Think and Grow Rich is that you need to boost your self-confidence to be successful. According to Hill, your greatest weakness is your lack of self-confidence. And I must admit that this seems to be pretty accurate. When you are low on self-confidence, you undoubtedly avoid new things, pass up opportunities, and are less motivated to pursue your journey to richness. Personally, for me, I haven't always been confident, and that's something I've had to work on a lot, and I'm sure that a lot of you also relate to that. But to turn your lack of confidence into courage, Hill suggests using what's called auto-suggestion, which is essentially a way to sow the seeds of success in your subconscious mind. People who are unsuccessful use auto-suggestions negatively, and people who are successful use auto-suggestions positively. So how does this all tie with self-improvement? Well, you can better yourself by training your subconscious mind by way of auto-suggestion. Remember the famous Henry Ford quote, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right." This is one of my favorite quotes and something that I live by. Well, Hill mentions Henry Ford several times in the book Think and Grow Rich. That said, if you're on a self-improvement journey, you need to start planting seeds of success in your subconscious mind with affirmations. They say that words are powerful weapons that can either wound you or they can heal you. But it's not just about what you tell others, it's about what you tell yourself as well. There's always talk about how people always talk, and you shouldn't care what others think or say about you, and that's true. But it's funny because we're often more critical of ourselves than other people are of us. Some of the things we say to ourselves are just as important, if not more important, than what anybody ever says to us. With positive affirmations, which are basically words that you say to yourself repeatedly with the desired outcome in mind, you can actually rewire your brain, changing your thought pattern and your life. Over the years, I've worked really hard on becoming a more positive person and just having a more optimistic mindset, and this has absolutely changed my life. And affirmations are something that I've started to notice amongst a lot of high achievers. Just an example for me is that I'm a real estate agent, and when I go to make cold calls to set some listing appointments, I could walk in and just say, "This sucks, I don't want to do this, today is going to be a terrible day, I feel awful," and so on. But this would do nothing for me. It would put me in a terrible state of mind, and I wouldn't get anything done. Instead, I set myself up for success by saying things like, "It's appointment setting time. Today's a great day. I'm full of energy. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm gonna set some appointments today." Just by doing this one thing, I'm far more likely to actually set some listing appointments and make some more money in the process. To get started with some positive affirmations, you can make a vision board with some powerful statements, some photos, something that really helps you visualize. This has worked wonders for me and been absolutely amazing. And here's actually a TikTok to show you what I'm talking about. I printed off my vision board just so you guys can see. Today is the day I'm checking off the $50,000 check for my vision board. I don't care what anybody says. You can't argue with the fact that everything I put on here has consistently been checked off. I said I was gonna get my dream car. I got it, the exact one I wanted. This is about health and fitness. Look at my old videos and look at my face. I've lost 65 pounds. I wanted to get to $100,000 net worth. Did it in 1 year, went from $200 to $100,000. I wanted to build a new construction house, and here we are. It's finally done in closing today. Now to the check. I'm making a $65,000 check from this. See, isn't that insane? I'm telling you. I also have a vision board on my desk. The idea is to read your affirmations out loud and write them down so often that you actually see yourself in the place you desire to reach. Heck, you can do this right now by writing a positive affirmation in the comments. I'll even give you some examples. I am successful. I am healthy and wealthy. Today is a great day. Lesson number 2 is desire is vital to get rich. There's a difference between wishing for a thing and actually being ready to receive it. Hill mentions that this is the first step to riches. More than just wishing, we need an intense, burning desire to achieve our goals. To show the power of desire, Hill talks about Mr. Edward Barnes in the book's first chapter. Barnes desired so much to be partners with Thomas Edison, and that is all he would think about all the time. He even went through the extent of preparing for the day that they would work together. He got rejected initially, but his burning desire kept him striving for the opportunity until he got it. But back to you, do you have such a desire to be a better version of yourself? Before anything else, you need to truly believe that you will become a better version of yourself. Otherwise, it'll never actually materialize. What Hill suggests is practicing a morning and an evening routine. Be specific, state your goals, what you intend to do in exchange, and the time frame for actually accomplishing those goals. Write all this down. Put these down somewhere and recite them twice a day. I don't remember the exact statistic, but I know that your chances of actually achieving a goal are way higher when you write them down. Here's the thing, if you think you're gonna fail, you undoubtedly will fail. I've achieved a lot in a short period of time, like growing my net worth, starting multiple businesses, being able to afford my dream car, investing in real estate and stocks. But I've had to let go of the person I used to be to make room for the person that I am now. Anybody I know would tell you how passionate and tunnel vision I am when it comes to achieving my goals. It's an absolute non-negotiable in my life, and that's how I've been able to check off so many goals. So I'm telling you from experience that this has worked wonders. And you can do the same thing by subscribing, because it is scientifically proven that when you subscribe, your net worth goes up. On to lesson number 3, always have a plan, even for failure. Many people are broke simply because they lack a good plan for making and using money. But if you have one and it fails you, don't despair just yet. Remember, when you fail, that temporary defeat is not permanent failure. To support this, Hill references Thomas Edison, who failed and had to change his plans 1,000 times before he perfected the light bulb. It wasn't a one and done situation. So we can take from that this temporary defeat only meant one thing. There is something wrong with your plan. For this reason, it would be best that you changed it and then tried again. I've lost thousands trying new business ideas and failing, and I've lost a ton of time on top of that, but I accepted it, I evaluated, and then I readjusted for the next time. I mean, you can't fail if you never give up, right? Lesson number 4, and this is really important, is conquering your fear is the key to success. Fear is probably on the top list of hurdles that keep people from pursuing their dreams and ambitions. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill describes fear as something that presents itself in different ways and may prevent you from being the best version of yourself. You may be battling the fear of criticism, fear of losing people you love, fear of growing old, fear of being poor, fear of dying. Hill describes these types of fears as absolute success blockers. And by conquering them, you can finally achieve financial success. And to be honest, from a self-improvement perspective, fear is what keeps most people from being their best selves. Maybe you desire to get into shape, but you're worried about criticism from other people. I have personal experience with this because I've actually lost 65 pounds so far, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to go to the gym when you first start going. But the truth is, nobody gives a crap what you're doing. Everyone's too in their own little world. They do not care. So there's nothing to be afraid about. But it's a very real fear. Or let's say you want to start a side business, but you're worried it won't pick up. Conquering such fear inadvertently betters you just as a human being, just as a person. I hear things like this all the time where people are just afraid of taking risks. Like someone wanting to buy a rental property, but they're asking me, well, what if I can't get it rented? You will figure it out when the time comes. You haven't even bought a property yet, and you're worried about things that are so far out. I started a vending business with micro markets, and for some reason, they didn't tell me the day it was actually gonna come out. So I knew it had shipped, but I didn't know when it was gonna deliver. Well, it arrived unexpectedly, and I didn't have the forklift ready, I didn't have a pallet jack, I didn't know how to build the setup or work the kiosk or how to transport a fridge. But you know what? I figured it out. And sure, these are things I worried about before I started the business, but I wouldn't have even started a business if I let these things hold me back, and I let fear hold me back and dictate my decisions. Lesson 5 is it's about drive, it's about power.
We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
I'm just kidding. Lesson 5 is persistence ensures you against failure. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that the need to persist no matter what challenges you come across to realize your goals of getting rich, even saying that lacking persistence is failing your journey before you even started it. In his words, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. And this can be applied to all spheres of life. Most self-made rich people will tell you that they had plenty of chances to quit, and it would have been completely understandable if they had quit. But they never did, and that's why they ended up being successful. So working on getting rich can also double up as self-improvement as you essentially build up your persistence. With persistence, you can stick to anything you set your mind to as you have a clear vision of the end goal. Let's put some positive affirmations in the comments and comment, I am wealthy, if you made it to this part of the video. You can support the channel by liking this and sharing this with other people. I cover various topics on self-improvement, personal finance, business, entrepreneurship. So subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you have questions, suggestions, or anything you'd like to add to today's video, let me know down below and let's keep talking. With that, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.